Hello. It is Dr. Racquel and I'm back again with another video. I hope you all are having an amazing day. I wanted to stop in. I have a particular topic that I want to discuss with you. It's actually related to my postpartum goals. I mentioned in another video that I have recently been given the okay by my OBGYN to go ahead and start exercise. So over the weekend I was able to get started. My goals are to, for the first 4 weeks, be consistent with working out 3 times a day for approximately 30 minutes, doing cardio. So this past weekend I did get that started. I'd also like to potentially go on some walks with my new family, meaning my husband and my baby, over the weekend. So this weekend, what we did do, or what I did, I ended up waking up early on Sunday and I was able to get a brand new workout in. Well, it's not brand new. It's a workout that I used to do while I was pregnant, but that about last month or last few weeks of pregnancy, I did stop exercise just based on the whole weight of the baby and just being super bloated and, well, not bloated, being really swollen, I should say, with water. So I did do exercise. It was 30 minutes cardio. I did have to stop a couple times. Mind you, I haven't worked out for the past 6 weeks because this is the postpartum period and you're supposed to take things really light in terms of activity. So walking is fine, but like actually doing cardio and things like that, I was told to hold off until 6 weeks. So not only did I not work out for the past 6 weeks, I also wasn't working out those last couple weeks before my pregnancy. So probably for a good the last 2 weeks of my pregnancy, I don't think I was active. So maybe no exercise in 8 weeks in terms of cardio. So this past weekend I did on Sunday. I felt so good to be able to do. I'm going to do my exercise again today. Like I said, my goal is to do 3 times a week. Although everyone is supposed to get 150 minutes of exercise weekly, my goal for the first 4 weeks is to get in 90 minutes. So 3 days, 30 minutes. And what was really fun about the exercise that I felt really good to do it. Like I said, I did have to stop. I think I stopped a couple times, but I did get my 30 minutes in. How did I feel? Later on in the day, my back did end up hurting a little bit. I did have an epidural during my delivery, but after the first 3 or 4 weeks postpartum, I had no more back pain. So it's just interesting, after doing my exercise activity, I did feel not pain, but I could feel that area in my back again. It wasn't really painful or anything, but you know, I was like, oh yeah, that's where I have my epidural. So other than that, the day after, everything was fine. But while I was doing that exercise, like I said, I didn't feel super out of breath. I just, my body wasn't used to it, or my body wasn't at the same level as it was before. While I was exercising, I did make sure I drank water a bit throughout. I don't think I had more than like a half of a bottle of water, but at one point I did feel kind of faint. I am breastfeeding, so I am doing my best to drink a lot of water consistently. I think maybe the day before I wasn't as hydrated as I normally would have been during the week. However, like I said, as I exercise, I did feel faint at one point during the exercise. I really enjoyed it. There was a couple jumping moves during my pregnancy as it progressed. As I was doing exercises, there were certain routines that I could no longer jump for as I reached like month 8, month 9, maybe even month 7. So mind you, I don't have the big belly anymore, but I'm assuming my leg muscles aren't what it used to be, so therefore my endurance may not be where it was. So as I was trying to jump, I really couldn't jump. I do have jump as in jumping and feeling like you're like, it's, I don't know, like it comes to you, you have your muscle memory. I couldn't do that. I kind of was still doing some of the modified moves from when I was later in my pregnancy, so that was a little bit disappointed, but I maybe halfway expected it. I don't have my big belly anymore, but I do have a lot of the weight. So while I can do more of the hip movements and waist and move my waist around, the whole jumping aspect is really not there, just because I am a lot heavier than what I was when right before I got pregnant. So my goal is to, as I mentioned before, continue to do 3 days a week. I've really been pretty consistent with exercise. The only real time over the past couple years where I haven't done activity has been during the pregnancy at the end, and then when I also had COVID last year. So I'm happy to get back into my room, and I do really into my routine. I really do love exercising, and I love feeling healthy, feeling good about myself. And yes, I am going to lose weight, and I do have a goal for that, but my goal is all surrounding me having a healthy lifestyle, as in eating well, exercising, and yeah, like I'll eat my cookies here and there and things like that, but I'd like to go back to, or I'd like to have a realistic routine. I did eat cleaner, healthier prior to marriage, but I have compromised a little bit, just because while I was married and, you know, in the home and all those things, and trying to compromise, I really wasn't trying to make 2 meals outside of like me being a pescatarian. I definitely compromised on certain things like eating rice and pasta, those sorts of things. And now that I have a child, I definitely don't see myself making multiple meals outside of maybe a meat, if that's something that I want with my meal for the day, as in me eating fish. My husband does eat meat, and what I typically cook in the home for him for his meat is I'll make things using chicken, turkey, poultry, eggs, beans, fish. As in like salmon, tuna, tilapia, things like that. And how I was raised growing up, I was raised not eating pork, beef, red meat, those things. I think when I became an adult, like in my early 20s or late teens, I definitely tried, or I ate beef here and there, those types of things, or pork, but I went back to just eating poultry, I think in my 20s, and then most recently I've gone pescatarian over the past couple years, mainly pescatarian. So I do want to continue to do that. Now, since I have had my 6 weeks of postpartum, time to myself and rest and all those things, I definitely want to be more conscious of the food that I'm eating. And this was a learning experience as well, because while I was very active during my pregnancy, like the last couple of months, I really ballooned. I'm like nervous to even say how much I got up to, because also my mom watches the video. And she asked me before how much weight I had gained. I didn't tell her, because my mom, you know, a lot of you have moms, I'm sure they talk a lot. And I don't want her telling everybody, oh, can you believe my daughter, she gained 150 pounds while she was pregnant. Or, you know, somebody might ask her. And my mom, you know, my mom had me, I believe she had me when she was maybe around 28. So she's much older than me. And, you know, when you're older, sometimes you just start talking and saying stuff. And I don't want to be embarrassed. But, okay, I'll tell you all, and I know my mom's going to watch this. How much weight did I gain? So when I was married, I was between I'll say 225. And I have been consistently that for about a year or so. And once I got married, within like 6 months, I had put on like 10 pounds. And that's because of the food change. Eating higher calorie dense foods, just because I was cooking for my husband and making sure that he would eat solid meals. Yeah. So, and I would be nibbling on those things. And the foods that I ate before, mainly vegetables, and a lot of vegetables versus carbs, that switch put weight on me, I should say. So, and of course, some of it was water weight and, you know, bulge, that sort of thing. So yes, I did go up to 235 once I was married, within like 6 months. And then I gained, after that, I got up to I gained about 85, 90 pounds during my pregnancy. And I'll just say, mind you, I am a tall lady. I'm 5'11". I do have a large bust size. I have a like medium midsection, and then like maybe a larger bottom half, or at least like the butt hip area is larger too. But you know, that wasn't healthy. But looking at my form at the time, I honestly look good. I'm looking at pictures of me, and I look really good at those weights between like 225 and 230 as a 5'11" woman. Yes, I look good. And my dress size was a 14 on average. So my goal, in order for me to feel healthy, I do feel if I was eating the healthiest I could eat, if I was doing exercise consistently, like 150 minutes a week, I do believe over time and eating the correct portions. Like I said, I am breastfeeding, so I'm making sure I'm eating calories and everything I'm supposed to be eating. I'm not calorie counting or anything like that, but just to give you an idea that, you know, I am eating. I'm not trying to diet, I should say. So let's say I was eating like mainly vegetables, like we're supposed to, vegetables, fruits, fiber, legumes, like beans, and fish. I do believe where my body's supposed to be naturally and eating within the correct calorie amount, I believe my body naturally is supposed to be between 160 and 180. In terms of someone maybe eating a little bit more carbs, but still eating within my calories and exercising consistently 150 minutes a week, I do believe my weight would naturally fall between 180 and 200 pounds. However, I'm also going to be okay if after I, continue doing what I'm supposed to be doing correctly, eating well, exercising, if my weight post-pregnancy by, I'll say a year, 9 months post-pregnancy, if my weight, that's my goal. Initially, I wanted to lose my weight within 6 months, but I'm pushing that to 9 months. So if my weight falls back to 225 by then, I'm going to be happy. So I'm going to be consistent in everything I want to do to be able to be healthy, because health is wealth. As you all know, I do have some expertise in public health, and it's really important for us to get our weight under control. Luckily, I have no health issues. My blood pressure is always on the lower end, or typically was, and everything, all my vitals, and not my vitals, all of my numbers are good. Postpartum as well, so thank God for that. And because I don't add salt to my food or anything like that, but that's my goal. So I will say I actually got up to, imagine this, 325, or no, I'll say 320. I got up to that weight, and within the first month, postpartum, I lost 40 pounds, and the next 6 weeks I lost about 2 pounds. So my goal for this next month of August is to lose 12 pounds. I guess let's just say 325, but those 5 pounds were actually like, it was just food. I know, just like in a couple of days, I don't know what I was eating, and I had swollen feet, everything was swollen, but then like the next day went back down. But the max was 325. I think probably when I went into the hospital for for delivery. And when I left the hospital, I can't recall, but within the first 4 weeks, I went down to 285. And then the other 2 weeks, I've gone down to 282. That's where I'm at right now. So my goal is to get down to 270 by the end of August, so by September 1st, and then maybe lose 10 pounds in September. So I'm just going to keep doing what I have to do consistently. I do believe breastfeeding helped with that weight loss as well, because I think when I left the hospital after giving birth, I believe I was down to like 310, so like 325 to 310. And my baby was a big baby. And then like as the next week went on, I lost more and more and more, and I am breastfeeding. So now that I'm incorporating exercise, I'm gonna I'm gonna, you know, continue to eat the calories I'm supposed to be eating because I am breastfeeding. I know that helps, but then I'm also incorporating the first 4 weeks, just 3 times a week of exercising, cardio, doing dance workouts, and then possibly in September I might up it to maybe 4 days a week. So I'm really super excited. Just wanted to give you all an update about that. Let me know if you have any thoughts about that. If there's anything that helped you really lose your weight quickly after the first month or two. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I just wanted to give you all an update about everything that's going on and where I am in terms of my goals. And I will make another update hopefully as the weight loss continues. And I do think some of it is going to be because of the breastfeeding, but I also am going to be incorporating my exercise and also just trying to eat well and not monitor my portions, but just eat when I'm hungry. The good thing for anyone who hasn't had a baby or given birth, like almost immediately after I gave birth, my appetite like went back to normal. So but yeah, the last 2 weeks I've lost about 3 pounds. I believe once you're out of your postpartum period, your 6 weeks postpartum, I believe you're supposed to start like losing, I think maybe 5 pounds a month, possibly, depending on how much weight you gained. So I did lose 3 in the past 2 weeks. So I think I'm on track, but I'm just gonna up my goal for this next month just by incorporating exercise back in. And it may be a little shock for my body just because I haven't been exercising consistently in the last 8 weeks. So hopefully I'll be able to get that 12 pounds down. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye. Let me know what you think. And also, I know I didn't mention this. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions for me, go to askkrystalracquel@gmail.com and I can make a video about any topic that you're curious about or that you have an issue related to. Bye.